here on the 29th. And if you could start with just kind of an opening statement about how you and the team are feeling about the trip, we'd love to hear.
Yeah, first and foremost, would just like to thank the Cheez-It Bowl committee for choosing Oklahoma. What an honor! We're thrilled to have an opportunity to play against a great football team in Florida State on December 29th. Coach Norvell has done a terrific job. I've been a fly on the wall, if you will, for the last several years since he got the job 3 years ago. And what a transformation, that Mike and his staff have done. What a terrific job of building the program foundationally the right way. And, 9-3 this year, 5-3 in the ACC. They've had a great year. The 3 losses were the 3 ranked teams, all by, a single score. I think their last 5 games, they've won by an average score of 44-15. They're top 20 on offense, top 20 in defense, and have premier players in all 3 phases of the game. Jordan Travis is as dynamic and explosive as an offensive player as there is in the country. And then he's got Trey Benson and Johnny Wilson at both running back and at wide receiver, amongst a stable of receivers and backs and tight ends. Defensively, Jared Verse, Jamie Robinson, amongst others. They're long, they can run, they're physical, and they're playing with great confidence. And so great opportunity for our team. And just, the bowl game is an opportunity to reward our team for their hard work. It's been a challenging season, but I know one in which our players are looking forward to getting down to Florida and to Orlando and get a chance to play in this great venue.
Well, we appreciate that, Coach. And with that, it looks like a few of you have gotten a head start on raising your hand to ask questions. And we'll basically you'll be prompted to unmute when I click the button, and then you should be able to go from there. So we'll start with Ryan Aber from the Oklahoman. Ryan, go ahead whenever it tells you to.
Yeah, Brent, appreciate you taking the time.
You bet.
Do you have a sense of what your roster and player availability is going to be like for this game? We've seen a couple of players already announce that they're, whether it's entering the portal or entering the draft, and just what's that process look like for you, over this last week since we talked to you last?
Well, like I told you all going into last week, I had a lot of exit meetings and a lot of talks in regards to both our seniors that are on our team and some of the opportunities that they have. There's 3 of our guys that have been chosen for the Senior Bowl, Eric Gray and Wanye Morris, as well as who am I missing here? It's not Anton.
I'm trying to think, because Turk was the Shrine Bowl, right?
Yeah. I'll think of it in a second, but and Anton Harris, as well as Jalen Redmond. Those guys are not gonna play in the bowl game.
Okay.
And Jalen Redmond's playing in the Senior Bowl as well. So Eric Gray was banged up for most of the last part of the season and fought through it, and proud of him and thankful for him. And Anton also had a lower body injury in that loss to Texas Tech. And then Wanye obviously missed our last game, had a concussion, and still recovering from that. But I'm excited about all the guys that will be a part of the team that are not in the portal. And we got a great opportunity sitting in front of us. And again, that group of guys that'll get on the airplane to go down to Orlando. Can't be more excited about this opportunity.
Hey, appreciate it, Brent.
Yep.
All right, we'll take our next one from Eric Bailey. Eric, you can go ahead when it tells you.
Hey, Brent, thanks for your time today. Appreciate it.
You bet.
I wanted to ask you just kind of a two-part question. What's the last week, you talked about exit meetings, what has the last week been like for your program in terms of getting ready for this bowl prep season? And then also you mentioned the players that are going to be available for the bowl game. How big is this for the younger players? Not only the practices, but getting that experience of playing in a bowl game like this to build and springboard to 2023.
Yeah, obviously we've been preparing for the end of the season, and this is the last year that you can have the opportunity to sign more than 25 guys, and so building the roster the way we see fit and where our needs are, things that need to transpire transactionally in the with guys looking for other opportunities and for us to continue to add value to our roster. This is something that it's complicated in many ways, but something that we as a staff have been working on for several months now in preparation for this opportunity. So we feel like it's going to be great for everybody in regards to guys finding a fresh start, and for us to continue to fill the holes and the needs of our roster and add the depth where we need and see fit. It's going to be a great opportunity for, this is a developmental game. The way that you improve and get better is by playing. This is going to be a great opportunity for our guys through practices, and they're doing skills and drills on their own right now with a couple of, some of our graduate assistants. They've been in the weight room, had a great week in the weight room last week, and had a few skills and drill practices last week just to stay sharp with our schemes on both sides of the ball. And now this will be an opportunity for us to continue to develop those things, as well as an opportunity to start up practices next weekend in our bowl preparation, and then playing in the bowl game. What a awesome opportunity that's going to be, really, with spring ball. You just really several weeks away once we get back. So for coaches, we're excited. I'm not sure how excited the players will be. But that's the nature of the beast. They'll have give or take about 6 weeks off of mat drills and some rest and recovery, and then we'll get started with our initial spring ball preparations.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take our next one from John Hoover, and we'll do Irish Waffle after that. John, you can go ahead whenever it lets you know.
Hey, Brent, thanks for doing this, man. Appreciate it.
So
with all the guys leaving transfer portal, I presume there'll be some opt-outs at some point, possibly in addition to the NFL guys. How do you prep your team with all the young guys, all the freshmen, all the red shirts, all those guys who haven't really gotten a ton of time this year? How do you prepare them to get in here and get ready for this one bowl game?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I think the guys that are in the portal and will get in the portal, we had Theo Weiss. He's looking to be a starter somewhere. The other guys really have not been able to carve out a niche, and did not contribute in any way in regards to on the field play. So the guys, in regards to playing, or be guys that have played all year. Jay Red on defense is the one that is he's going to get ready for the Senior Bowl, and he was in a group of guys that rotated all year. And then on offense, fortunately we've been able to get Javonte Barnes really good time, and Marcus was a little bit banged up late, and we're hoping to have him back there at running back as well. And then again, the young offensive lineman, along with Tyler Guyton, we'll have a good group of guys right there at tackle that'll be able to step in and they'll do a great job. They're just looking for opportunity. So they'll have, almost a spring ball's worth of practices, give or take around 17 plus practices to be able to refine their skills and get ready for this game. And again, have a great challenge. They're going to get baptized quickly. Jared Verse is one of the premier defensive end pass rushers in all of college football, and they're going to have length and speed and experience everywhere on both sides of the ball.
Thanks, Brent.
You bet.
Thank you, Coach Ira. You can you'll be up next, so I'll ask you to unmute.
Thanks, Coach, for your time. The season that the Big 12 had, and apparently, and again, just kind of looking at the way things shake out here at the end, even though you guys don't have the record you were hoping for, do you feel like the competition you guys played in the conference this year kind of maybe tilts that a little bit to show that you guys are maybe better than people might think based on the record?
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it however you want. There's tremendous parity in this league, excellent quarterback play, really good coaching on both sides of the ball. It's a very challenging. To me, it's like having a good NC State team every single week. That's got, high-end talent. Again, really disciplined, tough, physical, both sides of the ball. Years and years ago, the Big 12 was known for just offense. But there's a lot of people playing really good defense as well in this conference. So again, we've been competitive, and we've had all of our starting players available. We've been really competitive. Had 4 losses that came down to one score, and the things that it takes to win, we weren't good enough to do that. But I think we're good enough. When we put it all together, we can play with anybody. But we're going to need to continue to improve where we left off. And this will be a game that'll challenge us with both discipline, physicality, speed. We're going to have to be fresh. Excellent schemes on both sides of the ball, really good coaching from Florida State as well. So again, it'll be a great challenge. But one, again, our guys, in this conference, the season has prepared us, for the postseason.
All right, thank you, Coach. We got time for one more. We'll get Carrie Murdoch in there, and Carrie, you can go ahead and unmute whenever you have a chance.
Hey, Brent. I'm curious, last time you played in this game, it was 2 teams that went on to kind of be dominant in college football playoffs. Both Clemson and then Oklahoma made it a lot. Is there maybe a lesson in that for your guys going in, that, hey, this was a program that may not have wanted to be here at one time, but it really springboarded them into being one of the top teams over the next several years?
Yeah, we'll use any type of parallels that you can. I think that was 2014
Right.
that we played in the game. And it's like at the end of any season, though, this is an opportunity to continue to build your team, try to create momentum, improve, develop confidence, certainly be on a stage where you can continue to sell your program and the vision to both your current players and certainly, recruits that'll be watching. Obviously, this will be just a little over a week post signing day for, a good group of guys. They'll be signing in the early signing period. So it'll be, give them a snapshot of something to look forward to as well, as they embark on their careers, here in January. So, can it be a springboard for both programs? Certainly. Again, Mike's been there for 3 years now, and this is their first bowl game that they're going to. And boy, he's done it the right way. He's used the transfers with the right guys when he's saw fit. He's developed guys through signing guys out of high school. And then he's had, for the most part, he's had good continuity on his staff. And he's had an opportunity to build through his vision, what he wants his program to look like. So again, for us, it's a great opportunity. Again, just be able to match up with the team with the speed and the talent. Certainly the history, the tradition. I think we've played maybe 7 times. The last time that we played was the 2000 national championship down in the Orange Bowl. And so just great. I say that. I think that was a lot. We actually played in 2010, didn't we? 2000. I think we played a home and home. Now that maybe 2010, 2011. Maybe that was the last time, but neither here nor there. Again, great opportunity, 2 tradition-rich programs, and again, going to be a great challenge for our guys.
Thank you again, Coach, for the time. I know you got to travel to continue getting to, but we're grateful that you stopped for a few minutes, and we'll look forward to having you down here in Orlando in a few weeks. All
right. Appreciate y'all having me on. Boomer.
Thank you, Coach. And I believe we've got Coach Norvell's with us now as well. I believe. Let me unmute him. He'll want to be able to talk for this. Coach Norvell, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, again, we've caught a coach in transit, but we're still grateful for them calling in. Coach, looking forward to having you down here to face Oklahoma in the Cheez-It Bowl on the 29th, 5:30 here at Camping World Stadium. If you could start us off with just a kind of an intro or a welcome to Orlando, we'd love to. How are you feeling about the team's bowl destination and opponent?
We're so very excited and just grateful for the Cheez-It Bowl and the committee to select us to be able to stay home and in the state of Florida to play this game. And two storied programs, very explosive football teams, and for the opportunity for our group to be able to play one more game together for this season. Trying to go get our 10th win. Really proud of all the steps that our team has taken, and you work hard through the year, and these guys have responded throughout, and to now have an opportunity to play in such a great bowl game against a very explosive and talented Oklahoma team. And you're really proud of our guys and the work that's gone into it, and excited about the experience that's ahead.
All right, Coach, we appreciate that. As we noted earlier, if you have a question for Coach, you can raise your hand. We'll ask you to unmute, and then when you get the prompt, you'll be able to ask a question. We'll start with Kurt Weiler. Kurt, you can go ahead.
Hey, Mike. I know you've been on the road this week. I was wondering if you had any more clarity about who you may not have available in the bowl game.
No, I mean, we're going to continue to evaluate that as we go through the bowl practices. I know a couple of guys have already come out with statements of their availability, and it's things that we will continue to discuss. But I'm excited about the way the guys have been working, and how we'll continue to work leading up through our bowl prep.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take our next one from Ira Schaffel. Ira, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the bowl. Oklahoma, obviously the name, you talked about when you took the Florida State job that it's an iconic brand. Well, obviously Oklahoma is as well. When you heard that was a possibility for this matchup, how excited were you about that opportunity for Florida State?
No, I mean, it's a great matchup. It's a great opportunity with the, two of the storied programs in all of college football history, to be able to link up in a great game, and a great place, great atmosphere. I'm glad we're being able to play here in our home state. But I mean, this Oklahoma team that we're playing has a lot of great players. They've recruited well over the years, and it's going to be a challenge for our guys. This is they've had some close contests throughout the season, but it's gonna be it's what you want towards the end of the year, and you work hard in a bowl game, or to earn a bowl game, and then to be able to have a matchup against a very talented team is something that's, I know our players are going to be excited about. The destination, for our fan base is great being in Orlando. We got so many great Seminoles, there throughout the state, but especially there in Orlando, for them to be able to come. It's going to be a wonderful atmosphere, and to be able to have these two programs matching up. I mean, it's definitely, it's going to be one of the most exciting bowl games, I think, of this bowl season.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take Eric Bailey and then John Hoover. Eric, you can go whenever you're ready.
Mike, it's good to see you again, man. Wanted to ask you, how far back did your relationship go with Brent Venables? And also, as a first-year coach, what do you remember about your first year as a head coach? Some of the growing pains, maybe, or some of the learning you had in year one to kind of set a foundation to get to where you are at right now.
Eric, good to see you. It's been a while, but obviously, as you sit there and you go through it, I mean, Coach Venables, he was at Oklahoma when I was at Tulsa, and you kind of just watch his career, and just all the things he's accomplished. He's a great coach, very passionate. Does a great job with the schematic part, and putting his guys in a wonderful position to achieve success, and all the great teams and defenses he led there at Clemson. Had to go against him, there a year ago. But when he got the opportunity at Oklahoma, I mean, it is it's a great place, and it's a place that he was familiar with, but also, now as being a head coach, I mean, just that transition, it's about establishing, the foundation of your values, of the things that you want the program to be built upon. And, there's no manual for what to do and how to do it, but, just being able to stay true to who you are throughout that journey. And, I think back to all the to all the decisions, whether it's my, the first year at Memphis or even coming here to Florida State. Every decision impacts, on such a grand scale. And it's one of the things I actually love about, the position of being a head coach, because it's the impact of people. And, I know that Coach Venables will do a wonderful job with that. And as he's establishing, that foundation. And, in today's age, it's unlike any, ever before us in college football, with, some of the different dynamics, whether it's the transfer portal or different things that we have to face. But, it's definitely a unique time, and, he'll do a great job with that.
Thank you, Coach. John Hoover, you can go whenever you're ready.
Yeah, Mike, I want to further that point a little bit. Just talking with Brent a few minutes ago, he said that he noted that this is your third year, but your first bowl game. And he said that Mike has built that program the right way. And I just wonder if you could kind of expound a little bit on some of those foundational principles that you just mentioned, what those were and how you got to this point.
Well, coming in, there'd been quite a bit of change around Florida State over the years prior to being able to come. And, it was important that we set those values, and we really established an understanding for our players and what to expect. And because there had been different leaders, and with every leader is going to be different languages and different expectations. So trying to establish just that overall mindset of the willingness to work, being able to push to that standard of being your best day in and day out. And then being able to do that in all aspects, not just in one area, maybe on the field, but being able to carry that over, into the weight room, into the training room, into the classroom, into the community, and in all things that you do, pushing yourself to that expectation. And it takes time to build trust. And, obviously our first year coming in, we had another challenge with COVID and, not being around the guys and just, having to do a lot of that virtual, which was unique to itself. But, I'm grateful for every step in the journey that we've had. And I think that even through those challenges, the experiences we've been able to gain confidence in, because like I tell our team, sometimes you have to go through what you need to prove you can get through. And, we have proven that we could get through some of the adversity that showed up, and, some of the unexpected, bumps that we've had to face. But, it's all about that continued growth, and, but being able to be consistent and to have continuity, and for our players to now take ownership in that, and really help us, accelerate that process, is a lot of things that we're seeing this year. And I'm really proud of them for all the work that they put in.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go back to Ira Warchant. Ira, you can go ahead whenever it lets you know.
Obviously you had some history with Dylan Gabriel, and I don't know if there's any question about whether or not he's going to play, but how talented is he, and what do you expect to face against him?
No, he's an extremely talented quarterback, and you see the way that he's played this year. He just continues to get better. He is his vision, his arm talent, the things that he can do. It just has that natural playmaking ability that shows up throughout the course of the game. I think they do a great job in their offensive scheme, and trying to utilize their personnel with Coach Levy. I've known him and watched his teams over the years, and so this is going to be a very well coached team. And they got a great quarterback. They got some very talented, skilled players. They've been able to do some great things, there offensively throughout this season. And so, it's going to be a wonderful challenge for our defense. And I know those guys will be excited to go to work in our preparation.
Thank you, Coach. Ira, you still got your hand up. You want to follow up, or you good for now?
I'm good. Sorry about that.
Oh, come on.
I can come up with one, but I'll open it up.
We'll give Matt Rochelle a chance. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Mike. I wanted to ask, how challenging is it getting ready for a bowl game? You guys haven't had to deal with this for a couple of years, but how challenging is it with recruiting and transfer portal and everything that's going on over the next couple of weeks as you guys try to prepare for this bowl game?
Well, it's something that I've put a lot of thought into and trying to create a schedule that allow us to prepare, but also make sure that our focus right now is the personnel that's on our team that's currently there, and then continuing to build that through recruiting and whichever area, whether it's high school recruiting or the transfer portal or continuing evaluation of trying to find those best fits for Florida State, and so we're gonna be able to have our times put aside to for our bowl prep, and I've had many different models for depending which bowl we would go to, just to be able to implement that and to maximize all the time that we have for the coaching staff and our players to prepare ourselves to go play our best game. That is the objective. We get one more opportunity as a football team, and this has to be our best. And so, and I thought we got off to a great start this last week. We've got practices coming up this next weekend, and every one of them are going to count to putting us in the best position to go achieve our objective, and that's to be the best that we've played throughout the course of this season. And I believe our players are bought into that. Now we just got to go put in the work.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go with the next one's Carter Carroll's. Carter, go ahead.
Hey, Mike. What is playing in a in-state bowl game against just two national brands? What does that do for you guys from a recruiting standpoint and just like a branding standpoint?
Oh, I mean, I think it's a great matchup. This is a team that obviously has a great tradition and has been among the elite in college football over the last decade plus. And for us to some of the recruiting battles that we'll face, some of the things that we know this is going to be a game that's going to be well viewed, and to be able to play there in Orlando, I mean, it's great in all ways for us, and we're definitely excited about it, and we've taken a lot of positive steps as a football team this year, and now to be able to go against another very talented football team, and a great brand, a great logo, it will be a showcase game, and I know our guys are going to be excited to go put forth their best effort to put ourselves in a position to go be our best. And like I mentioned, that is our key focus as we end this season and show that those continued steps of where we're going to make sure we put our stamp on this year and trying to go get that 10th win.
Thank you, Coach. We'll do one more from Matt Michelle and then get you out of here and on your way. Matt, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah, Mike, I wanted to ask, you talked about having a plan, kind of a couple plans in place for bowl preparation. What is it that specifically that you want these players to focus on the next, 12 to 15 practices?
Yeah, I mean, just continue to get better. I know it's a simple, it's a simple objective, but it's been our year objective. And each day that we go out there, to improve upon the experiences that we've had, to continue to make sure that in all things fundamentally communication, the overall execution, that we grow from that. And I like the setup of kind of bowl practice, because we have some of those developmental days where there's not a whole lot of focus on the opponent. It's on the toughest opponent that we face, and that's ourselves. And it's just that's the great challenge that our guys have to overcome, is that even with a little bit of time, and you have that human nature that wants you to relax and to be able to just be able to go through it, but still to fight against yourself, to go push to be better than what you've been. And I thought we had a couple really good days last week. We're gonna jump back into it here this next weekend and continue to push in all areas whenever we get back on that field, just to get better as a team. And that's my commitment to our guys, is that I'm going to push them with every opportunity and every snap that we get to take on that practice field to go be our best. And I expect that same effort, and I've seen that up to this point, and just really proud of the work that our guys have done throughout the season. And it's what a great way and a great place to be able to finish the year with the opportunity there at the Cheez-It Bowl.
Well, Coach, thank you again for the time. We appreciate you joining us, and thank you to everybody on the call for hopping on fairly short notice to spend some time with both Coach Venables and Coach Norvell. we'll look forward to having you down here in Orlando soon.
Thanks so much, and go Knowles.
All right, and we will we'll get a recording of this out to the SIDs as soon as we can, once it's available after we close the call, and we'll follow up again with the links for credential registration, that sort of thing too. We'll make sure the SIDs have all that, and we'll get it out by the end of the day. So we'll if you have any questions, you can contact us at media@fcsports.com, or you can hit me at sgardner@fcsports.com. And short of that, we'll see you guys soon.